Good afternoon, everyone. Tonight's project is to work on the wall here and get some of the tongue and groove boards up. But we're going to start with just cleaning up all these blackberries and just getting a good workspace, but someone already broke something.
Yeah, my pruner. I went to go and try it out today and it was done for, so.
Yeah, I think it's an electrical issue. I think it's still under warranty, but we'll find out.
So today we get to use the manual pruners.
Someone's on the backup pruners, yep. We're fighting to get these blackberries out. We want to basically uproot them so they don't keep growing right next to the building. After we get that done, we're going to just tidy up just a little bit more, and then we'll get unfortunately the backhoe's broken down, and the boards that we're going to be putting on here or on the wall are stacked up underneath all of the sheet metal for the shop. So we have to try to find a creative way to move those out of the way so we can use the boards.
Now what?
Suppose we'll get our bottom sill plate on.
Okay.
So the first thing we're going to do here is to drill out the spots where these bolts would hit on there. So what I did is I just took the hammer, hit the board against it when it was tipped up. That way it marked the spots. And now we actually have the right tool for this, now that my parents brought everything out here. And we can just countersink these just a little bit. Much nicer than just attacking it with a normal twist drill. So hopefully this gun isn't completely plugged up from sitting for like 2 months. Okay, let's tip it up and then go in horizontally so we don't like smear the foam.
Okay, I think I understand.
So tip it up
This?
and try to line it up with the right height.
Okay.
And then we're just going to go in.
Tell me when you're lined up ready.
Okay, I think I'm lined up.
I'm good now.
Yep. Oh, I have short nails. Slide off the side.
Oh.
You're okay.
Good?
Yep.
Dang. That could definitely mess up someone's day, huh?
Yeah. They don't have the red driver bit.
Nice.
Perfect.
Don't worry, I'm watching the dog, Lena. I'll be ready in 5 minutes. So if you wanna,
You can just set it down, right?
Yep. There it is. Got it. Oh, that's gonna be cool.
It's gonna look so good.
Take
And
it
the
in.
side goes inside.
Yep. Good?
Yep.
We could probably stack up a couple before we have to nail them off. Oh, that is going to be awesome when it's all done. Let's just try to drag it. So
just drag it first?
yeah, let's try that first.
Alright, go for it. Go.
You're pushing
So
on
then,
yours,
well,
Josh.
there's still a lot of board.
Yeah. Here, I'm going to take more weight up and just kind of
Yeah,
shimmy it
here,
over.
let's same here, hold on. Right, 1, 2, 3, go. Nope.
Okay,
See here.
I can lift mine. You want to go over and hold
Do the same thing.
those two boards?
Okay.
Yeah.
Man, that one board is so warped.
So that's it.
The center one. Try to lift it up
Lift
here.
it up here.
Yeah, your leading edge a little bit more.
That sucker's heavy, huh? Wow.
Just a second.
It's like it's a whole building.
Yeah. Good afternoon, everyone. We are going to continue working on the shop here. We're going to get the wall behind me here all boarded up using that tongue and groove. We have decided to polyacrylic everything before we put it up.
So I got a head start, so I had a podcast on to get ahead of Josh, because he's going to start installing them right now.
Yeah, I'm going to install while she's doing the second coat of polyacrylic. We got some done this morning with one coat, so trying to work with the dry times and yeah.
But still make the most of it and get as much of a wall installed as we can.
So should be fun.
Big progress.
So the current polying station is between the backhoe bucket and our bench, and she's just grabbing boards from the first coat that have been drying in the sun and doing the second coat. Then you have to go through our mess of a shop here up to the other side here, and they're staged ready to go up on the wall.
But the more we get done, the better of a walkway we'll have.
Yeah, this is the pile of boards we're pulling from, so hopefully we can get those moved, then we can move some stuff around here and then actually use more of the shop. So these are the finished boards. We're just doing the polyacrylic on the side that's going to be inside the shop. The outside edge or side of the board is just going to be covered up with a house wrap and then insulation and then some furring strips and then steel. So I don't really care what that side looks like at all. We also put a treated board at the bottom here, like you should, and then I did some spray foam at this bottom tongue and groove here just to seal that up so creatures and creepy crawlies can't come into the building through there. So we're just going to nail these up. We are using 3¼ inch nails. I'm just putting 3 per side with a 10-foot span. So let's get this wall put up. I realize now that I did not explain this project very well before we got started. So what we're doing is installing these tongue and groove 2x6 boards as the interior finished wall of the shop. It's kind of going to be our accent wall that looks a little bit nicer and is finished right from the start. It'd be kind of nice to do the whole shop this way, but it's a lot of boards, so we figured we'd just do one wall. We will be installing a exterior insulation panel system on the outside, so we can still insulate this wall and heat the shop. So I think this will turn out really well. I decided to put the boards up this way because I have 10-foot boards and I didn't want to lap the boards and lose the structural strength of having continuous nailed boards on each bay. So I don't know if it was the right way to do it, but that's kind of how I decided in my head to make this wall as strong as I could. Okay, I've decided it's probably most wise to move over and work my way up instead of going up one side and then over, because our boards are slightly different lengths. They're not all exactly like 10 feet long. They're 10 foot, 1/4 or 1/2. So if I don't have them all perfectly spaced right, when I go to insert the next row, I'll be stuck and there'll be gaps, and I don't think it'll work the best. So I'm going to try at least going up probably 3 or 4 feet on the next bay. And if I'm not having any issues getting everything to line up, then I might continue back on this one and go all the way up. So let's do that next. I don't think it's going to be an issue because I can, like, if there's a little bit of a gap, it's not the end of the world behind the post.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not loving how these gaps are getting bigger and bigger. That one was my fault too. I should have slid that board over. But I guess it's not ideal. Doesn't leave us much to nail on this side. I'll probably end up going up here, going all the way up on this side, then going over here, and I can basically make sure I have at least some of this connection with really good overlap. So I'm on the last bay here, and I need to basically get myself caught up with what we've already built. That way I can use up some of my 12-foot pieces and stagger seams and kind of fill it in better and more efficiently. And I'm having a problem where my different bays of wall basically aren't perfectly the same height just because of the differences in widths of boards and all that. So yeah, we're going to try to rectify the situation. I should have just gone one row at a time all the way up on the wall, but hindsight's 20/20, so let's get going. I'm going to wrap it up for tonight. We got all the full-sized boards put on the wall. We just have the boards I have to rip down to the right width. They go underneath the windowsill. So you can see on top of that track up there is basically where the windows will start, and they'll wrap all the way around and go on this wall too. So we'll have to put those basically windowsill extension jambs on this side at the top after we rip the board to fit. And we'll also put those extension jambs basically for the insulation on the sides. But that'll be a project for another day. So I want to thank you all for sticking around to this point in the video. This is a fun project, but it's a lot of work, and yeah, it's far from done. If you want to support the channel, the best way to do that is to just hit that like button. It tells YouTube that you're interested in this content and should share it to other people. So it really helps out. If you want to help out in a more direct way, the best way to do that right now is through YouTube channel memberships. I want to thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video. Later.